What is going on, you guys? This morning we have Irene coming into the studio. Her and I have been training together for a little over a year and a half now, and it's been so cool to watch her progression. So I'm excited for you guys to hear a little bit more about her story. Make sure you stay to the very end and comment down below, hype up my girl.
But it's how you feel when you work out and after, and just like the emotional release and just stress release. It's always been that for me.
What is your favorite post-workout meal?
I would say also like coming here and training with you, it also helped me like be consistent elsewhere. I have a confession to make. I never learned how to parallel park a car, so that's my goal.
Yeah, did you think more about the content conversation after we chatted about it?
I've thought about it. It still just like feels so overwhelming.
Yeah.
Just being on the device, I think it's just such a turn off for me these days.
With the work that you do, are you on a computer all day?
All day.
Yeah.
So yeah, like when I get off, the last thing I want to do is just
Get back on
scroll.
You want to like touch some grass.
Yeah,
And-
that's
and
exactly
relax.
yes, that's exactly
Yeah.
what I want to do.
How long we've been training together, Irene?
April's gonna be 2 years. 2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
Dang, I feel like we were just celebrating one, and that's 4 months out.
Yes, we did. Yes, April. Yes.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah, it was just like a blink, really.
Time's not slowing down. All right, let's rack them up. Played sports growing up.
Not growing up, but like after I moved here, I played tennis.
Tennis.
Yeah, I forced
Okay.
myself to try sports.
Because
That was
you
tennis
came
for
from
me.
the Ukraine,
Yes.
and in the Ukraine, the sports were a little bit different, or
Very
the
competitive.
expectation was a little bit
Expectations,
different.
Yes, yes.
Well, how was it different from the U.S.? Like you felt the instant shift over here. Like it was, people were competing to eventually be in the Olympics there. Is that the idea?
I mean, it was like it was very competitive. Just even in school, it's like almost everything was a trial process. Like you have to audition for everything. And here, I felt like it was a little bit more friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you could just make the team if you want to be on it, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. I went to a small school, so that helped too.
15s will do the curls again. So you played tennis. When you graduated high school, did you stop playing in college, or did you keep playing?
I did not keep playing. No.
Okay. Did for fitness for you, like, did it transition to anything else, or you kind of just like living your life for a bit?
Kind of was living my life for a bit, and I didn't really like discover fitness for myself. Probably until I was in my 30s, so like maybe late 20s, early 30s.
Okay.
And it was on a snowboarding trip.
Okay.
I don't know if I shared this story with you, but
I don't think you did.
I got together with a few friends, and we went to Sunrise. We were all beginners, and we took lessons together. And it hurt.
The first snowboarding trip.
Yes.
I've never cursed more than my first day snowboarding.
Right. So you know.
I know.
And I just remember it like took so much effort to like even like push yourself off the ground, and you're constantly falling, and you have to keep getting up. And I was like very determined to learn it. But I'm just like, I'm weak. Like, even though I was always like tall and thin, thanks to my genetics, but
You felt like your body was failing you.
yeah, like I didn't feel strong. I didn't feel fit. So that was like my awakening moment.
So that was your revelation.
That was my revelation. Like, I need to do something, because it was kind of unacceptable for me. And then kind of as you get older, just aches and pains set in. And for me, movement was always a priority, just because I have a sitting job.
Yeah.
And like sitting for long hours straight, and like there would be days I would get no movement at all. So it was just, it really just became a non-negotiable for me, and I made it a priority.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
So
why I'm
now, yeah. Okay. Next set here. Grab the 20s. See, a lot of people like they do sit all day, but it's also like this. It's like an object emotion will stay in motion. So people would think that, oh, you sit all day, and then you'd probably have like all this energy pent up to go work out and release that energy. But that's not really the case. You've been working all day. You've been sitting, and you just probably just want to relax after that.
Yeah. I mean, maybe for some people that was true, but for me, just like I felt so mentally exhausting that I really couldn't do anything physical after I get off work.
Yeah.
So it was important for me to like get the exercise in first thing in the morning. And it had to be close to my house. So those are like my requirements.
Easily accessible.
Yes, I had to make it easy for myself. Yep.
Yeah. If it's going to be sustainable, it has to fit into your life. Like it has to be reasonable based on what your schedule is. You know, we train right now 2 days a week, and you've been able to consistently make progress in the gym, even when battling injuries from time to time and little aches and pains that do come up, like you said, just from age and having a desk job.
Yep.
How has fitness for you changed how your body feels? Like, because you kind of felt, you mentioned like you felt like you were folding it, like you kind of feel this, pain starts to come, and you have to fight back against it with fitness, with moving your body, with strengthening your body.
I think you kind of like, you nailed it. Like when you said feeling, like for me, the goal has always been the feeling, not the looks, even though like I feel like the looks is a kind of a nice secondary effect.
Yeah.
But it's how you feel when you work out and after, and just like the emotional release and just stress release. It's always been that for me.
Yeah.
Movement's always been there for me. So I don't know. I guess to summarize it, it's the feeling that has been like the motivator for me.
Yeah, when you get done with a workout, you never regret it, right?
That's true. Yeah, I mean, getting here can be hard sometimes. But
Grab the 12s. Let's do some lateral flies right here.
yeah, but once you're here and the work is done, yeah, you're right. Like I've never regretted coming here.
Hey, you just feel good. You feel like you did something difficult that in most cases you probably don't want to do. Who wants to roll out of bed 6 a.m. and then sometimes I see you jogging around the corner in the cold, showing up to your workout, and it's like, yeah, you get it in.
I think also the community aspect. Like I think we have a really good crew here, and we're all kind of in it together, and it sucks for all of us. Or I don't know. I guess misery likes company, as they say. But yeah, that's always been kind of helping too. Just like knowing that you're gonna see the same people and you're gonna go through it together.
People are like consciously choosing that difficulty because it's a path of growth, and so you get a community of people doing that together.
Yes.
It makes it easier to do, but also makes it inspiring because everyone's got like a little bit of a different path, and seeing someone push themselves in a similar way that you are, just it's a positive environment. It's a positive feedback loop, and kind of like this upward spiral.
We like elevate each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like no one's a complainer, and no one comes up with excuses. Like it's just, you've got a good crew here.
Yeah, it took some pruning.
I'm sure.
I think you had those shoulder veins when we started.
Those were not there.
That's part of that
These are
secondary
new.
effect you were talking about, the
These are new.
byproduct.
Well, and the shoulders too.
The shoulders, the veins are
Not
attached
just
to.
the veins, yeah.
Let's go. Let's pump 5 more here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Now I'm curious for you on the like hard, cold winter days when you really, really don't want to roll out of bed, because you are very consistent. That's something I have to say. I admire that about you, and I appreciate that about you. Very consistent. I don't often get a text from Irene like, I got the sniffles this morning, I'm not making it in. So for you, what do you think drives you on those rough days, or maybe even like rough weeks or seasons? You know, because again, you've had these little injuries that we've been working through over time, but you know, when you just are not feeling it.
Like one thing that would prevent me from coming in would be like a migraine. If I woke up with a migraine, it's unlikely I'm going to be making it in.
Right.
But everything else, like we could just kind of fight through it. And quite honestly, like I look forward to coming here, and like it does get me out of bed. So it really hasn't been a struggle. Maybe like initially, just kind of working on the habit and developing the habit, it was a struggle. But like recently, it's on my calendar, and I look forward to it. So it really hasn't been a challenge.
That's really cool, because I think some people do battle with it, like the decision to continue doing it, but it's just, from what it sounds like, part of your identity now. It's like brushing your teeth.
Yeah.
I've committed to doing this. I'm gonna do it.
It hasn't always been that way, but it is a habit now. It took a while to develop that habit, but it is now.
How essential do you think it is that you're on a path that is leading you to progress for it to, I don't know, inspire that consistency almost. Because I think you need that too. Because I think if you're doing the same thing and you weren't feeling at least some consistent benefit that you appreciated, like you talked about the just feeling better mentally and physically, but also, like you said, the secondary effect of seeing progression with your physique, with your strength. I think that there's a combination effect there that is probably essential.
I just I know for me, if I didn't make it in, and if I didn't make time for it, and let's say something else came up, and it would be more important, whether and it has happened. Like I had an early morning meeting or whatever they have to attend, but I would always have to find time later to kind of still get it in. So even if I don't come here, I'll still figure out a way to get some movement in later in the day or get something in. Yeah,
that's good. One more. Think 25s? I'll spot you.
7, let's make it to 10.
Let's go, come on.
8.
Dig, Irene.
9.
Yes.
10.
Beautiful. Rack them up. Beast! Coffee awarded. Let's get you on an overhead tricep extension. So we'll go with the rope and we will extend out. What I want to see here, that should be good, is you can kind of put your butt up against the pole here, tuck the chin down, hinge, and extend and kick out. Make sure the head is tucked enough so we don't get bonked by that ball right there. I always love my first couple demos in the morning when all the cracks in my arms.
Oh yeah, I just heard that. Okay, let me get in position here. Okay.
Okay, so try this. Try literally pushing your butt up against this and then hinging down so you have some leverage. Better?
Oh, yep.
Better, tuck the chin low and extend and flex through. Yes. There we go.
Okay, hold on. This one is not even, and it's making me pull on one side harder.
Oh, uneven. Good. Good. Extend back and flex. No,
Okay.
You got it. Just keep it even. Good. Get a little bit more stretch on the back. Stretch. There you go. That's it. Good. All you one more? Good, let's hit 10 push-ups in between. Let's get a little bit lower on those, Irene. There you go. Good work. 2025 is coming.
Ooh, yes.
Do you have any goals? Anything you thought about that you want to accomplish? Because you're on a good path right now, as we talked about. But, is there anything that sticks out? Things that you want to ante up on or that you want to nail this year?
Okay. I have a confession to make. I never learned how to parallel park a car, so that's my goal.
Yes.
That's my goal for 2020.
I grew up in San Diego, parallel parking every day.
It's like
I could be your instructor.
it's anxiety inducing for me.
That's awesome.
So that's a personal goal.
Wow. We got to throw you in the thick of it.
How did you make it to 42? Yes, I never learned how to parallel park a car, so that's my.
We got to set up a course out there.
But
I was not expecting that. That was the shock of the morning.
But as far as fitness goes, I feel calorie tracking and meal tracking has been a challenge for me. I would start it and would do well for a while, but I have not been consistent with it. So getting I don't know, just kind of coming up with a plan for myself to be better at it. Because that's when I really noticed a synergy between working out and
strength and physique.
Yes, physique for sure.
Well, one thing, you're an interesting case because many people, especially those who I work with, struggle to self-regulate with food, right? So like the outcome of that is higher body fat percentage than they want to have, more weight than is healthy, and so tracking is in most cases a necessity for those people to learn how to eat, learn how to self-monitor, and maybe not forever, but at least for a season to be aware of how many calories they're actually consuming. Because by definition, if someone struggles with their body composition, they're not very responsible with their intake. They're over-consuming calories. And it's pretty easy to in America.
Yeah,
you know?
it is.
So, but yeah, so you know, you've done a really good job of at least maintaining within a good range, body composition-wise, without doing that consistently. But you're saying it.
I mean, I've always been a healthy eater, but I do have my flaws. I'm sure like everyone else. Yeah. But yeah, just like watching unhealthy carbs and sugar, like that for me that's my flaws. But I guess just being consistent with it is where I am lacking right now.
The tracking, and that's something you do want to get more consistent with.
Just get more consistent with, because I would like be really good about it for maybe like a month at a time, and then I would fall off the wagon. You'll hear coffee burps in here. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I don't think of everything.
You'll have to cut those out.
Okay, let's do one burnout set without going overhead. So we'll just stay on top of it. We'll keep it the same weight. And so 2 big steps back, and then we'll get bend in the knees, hinge on top of it, kick out. And we'll just get as many as we can right here. We parallel parking this year. Let's go. Oh,
I never admitted
feel
this to anyone. Now it's going to be.
that was awesome.
Gonna...
I love that. It was such a moment. Face your fears, man. Face your fears. Parallel park. You know what? Let's do it rush hour in some downtown somewhere.
Oh,
high
God.
pressure.
High pressure, yeah.
That'll be the test. That'll be like the boss. You're gonna
Yeah.
park. Well, actually, just get everyone we know together. And Irene's gonna parallel park.
I could just see that everybody's just like cheering. There's gonna be champagne flowing.
How many did you get there? Did you hit it?
10. I did 10 here.
Okay, keep going. Keep going. Keep busting them out. Yeah. Beautiful. Let's go. I'm with you. I'm with you. You know what? A lot of women are afraid to lift weights.
Really?
Yeah. You didn't know that? Because
Okay,
they're
maybe.
afraid of getting bulky. Or they think they're
yeah.
going to get like incredibly muscular. But I think you're a great example. Like we lift hard and heavy, and it's like you don't just get bulky. Like this whole idea of it, you know, you gain lean tissue, and lean tissue is lean. So there's, I think, this fear for a lot of women when it comes to lifting weights.
Okay. I don't know if I can relate. I don't know if I've ever had that fear.
Yeah.
Parallel parking, yes.
Yeah.
But this.
So what would
yeah.
your advice be to like women out there who are just
I think-
afraid to start lifting weights because they don't think it's for them, or you know?
I think my advice would be it is intimidating, I think, going to the gym by yourself and like
Yeah.
not knowing what you're doing. So I'm definitely somebody who's in that category who, like, I could come into the gym and I would just be like lost and
Yeah.
I wouldn't know where to start. Like I wouldn't go in there with a plan.
Sure.
So for me, signing up with like either group training or personal training was important
Yeah.
because I wanted to be guided in this, and I think it also contributes to like that consistency. Like you have accountability to yourself, and like in a group setting, maybe to your group too. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that certainly worked for me. I don't know if it'll work for everybody, but that worked
Yeah,
for me.
getting the guidance. Maybe that is some of the concern too. A lot of times, is the
Yeah.
intimidation factor
Yeah,
of
and
not
the
knowing
form.
where to start.
Yeah,
The
knowing how to
form's
do it
important
correctly.
because the devils are in the details.
Yeah.
It's possible to go in the gym and not
Yeah.
be moving weight right and injure yourself.
Yeah,
Or
and-
just doing it in a way that's ineffective.
Yeah, for sure. And I have mild scoliosis, so for me, like form was very important.
Yeah.
And I just didn't trust myself to go to the gym by myself and like knowing what to do and do it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So having your guidance and having your instruction, really having you watch, like for the first time when we're doing new exercise, having you watch me, like it helps, and like kind of how you break things down, and which muscle groups to engage, and it really helps.
Yeah. Push-ups. Do you have a personal favorite PR or like win in the gym that you've experienced since we've started together?
Let me think. I don't know if I can like single one thing out.
What about you curling the 25s?
Yeah.
That was a
Okay.
big one.
Yes. That's definitely one. Yes.
Just the way I curl. That's no big.
Yeah. Okay. I think I've definitely progressed in my what are these called again? The
Lateral flies.
lateral flies. Yeah.
Yes. That's
Like even skull crushers. I think I'm up to 15 on those, and I think I started with like 8s or 10s.
And we hit a couple sets of those, since you mentioned them. Actually, let's do one set. And we're going to do one set as many reps as you can get right here, okay?
Okay. Dedicate these to Mark.
Dedicate these to Mark. Shout out Marky Mark. Here we go. Good work, Irene. Yes. Just think about that post-workout meal waiting for you, Irene. Do you work out fasted?
I try not to. Sometimes I just kind of rush to get out of the house. But I try to have at least like a banana or half a banana before I go come out.
To get some carbs in you. There you go.
Okay, one more.
Come on. Let's go. What was that?
15.
Good work. Nice set. What is your favorite post-workout meal?
I would say cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese?
Yeah.
You do anything with it?
I think you like turned me onto it. I've seen it in one of your videos, and I'm just like, I kind of forgot about cottage cheese.
Yeah.
And it's good.
It is good.
It's tasty, and I usually just like put a little bit of cinnamon on it and fresh fruit, maybe like a little bit of honey.
It's
drizzle.
versatile.
Yeah.
Yeah, honey drizzle, maybe like some blueberries,
Yeah,
strawberries.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say that's my favorite. Like,
Or you could do it on a piece of toast, like some fresh sourdough, or I'll do whole wheat as well.
oh, I never tried that.
And,
Like
yeah.
putting it on
And
bread.
you put it on the bread, and then I'll do like a little sprinkle of salt, cinnamon, and some honey.
Salt.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to try that. It like magnifies the sweetness if you're doing fruit in it, or if
Okay.
you're doing honey. It's really nice.
I'll try that.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
You have to try it out. Okay, those are good. Let's rack them up. Let's have you go runner for a minute in 2025. Those are good goals. Anything else? PR on the runner?
No, let's not make that a goal.
Damn.
I would say also like coming here and training with you, it also helped me like be consistent elsewhere. Like when I mentioned getting yoga in once a week,
Yeah.
like it helped me do that too. Like getting my cardio in, getting stretches in, like it all, like, yeah, it helped me with that too, with those commitments.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite quotes. How you do anything is how you do everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it's like you can't get consistent in one area of your life and that not fizzle into other areas of your life. And it's also like you also can't cheat yourself in one area of your life and that not affect other areas of your life.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
What would your one advice or tip to somebody who wants to get started, who maybe they're afraid to get started, they've been procrastinating, they said they were going to do it year after year, and they just keep like maybe hitting a wall? What would you give them as a piece of advice to somebody who is consistent, who is making progress, who shows up for themselves day in and day out?
Let's see, I would say find like, I think everybody has to discover that for themselves, like what that motivating factor is, whether it's, I don't know, being healthy enough to spend more time with their kids, or
Yeah, that's good.
being healthy enough to, I don't know, maybe run a 5K, or maybe like make that a goal. But it's individual. I think maybe what works for some people doesn't work for others. But if you stay true to like what motivates you, I think eventually you'll be able to find that one thing that keeps you coming back and making fitness a priority and making it non-negotiable.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah, but it's a journey. Like it's a journey for sure.
Proud of you. Doing great, and you should be proud of yourself.
Thank you.
You're doing awesome, and I appreciate, again, how you show up, the energy that you bring. I texted you the other day, like it means a lot to me, because it again, we lift each other up, right? And your trust along the way too, and I think that it inspires me. Like when I see you guys in here working and grinding and lifting each other up, it makes me want to elevate my business, my fitness. Like, you know, this thing that was just an idea that's now a real thing. It's like, I want more people to experience this in this community and to be around like growth-minded individuals like you. So
I want more
you.
people to experience this too.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Irene.
Thank you.
The beast.
Thank you so much. It's been good.
We're gonna keep leveling up.
Yes.
We're just getting started. All right. Thank you for staying to the very end. I hope you enjoyed hearing more about Irene and her story. And look, if like Irene, you want to take your fitness, physique, and nutrition to the next level in 2025, there's a link down below to learn more about coaching. Click on that, and if it looks like a good fit, book up a call, and we can take things to the next level. You guys have a wonderful day.